Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here. Today we have the next part of the OU Road to Rank 1. We're using this team by my boy CTC. Has some Pokemon I haven't used in a little while, like Clefable and Gliscor. Kind of miss Pump to the top thinking about it. It's funny because if this was last year, we would have had about 6 days left in Pump to the top. And then we would have woken up to find out Pump was UU. Anyway, yeah, thank you everybody for all the support on this series. I really do appreciate it. I wasn't feeling too well to like record it. Even right now, like my head kind of hurts a little bit. And I think that Pokemon is a really mental game, but like I feel like your mood and stuff definitely affects how you play as well. This is something me and Jam probably gonna talk about in the podcast a little bit, but yeah, let's get into this episode. I'm hoping to because I decayed from the last episode. I think last episode I ended at 1958, and right now I'm at 1930. I'm hoping to get to around 1980 today, if we can. But yeah, let's get right into team preview. So we're starting it off with Gliscor. Now Gliscor is the defogger for the team. It also provides us with a status absorber because we do have Poison Heal, Toxic Orb obviously. We have Roost for longevity. Earthquake is our stab. This is a Heat Ran switching for the team, which is what the Spadef helps us with. The speed is for base 90s if I'm not mistaken, not speed boosted. So like Modest Lele at the time, Adamant Zygarde. Everything below that, we also, like I said, outspeed Heat Ran, which is pretty important. Then we have Toxic, and Toxic is really nice, catching Pokemon like Megaladios, Megaladios, Landorus, basically anything upon switching. A lot of common switch-ins to Gliscor Toxic can help deal with, especially when you have Magnezone paired next to help trap the Steel types. So we have Magnezone, Choice Scarf, Magnezone, allowing us to better deal with, I think Pinsir is a big one for the team, Mega Pinsir, and to a lesser extent, Ferrothorn, as well as Celesteela. Again, those are really loose trap when you are Choice Scarf because they can definitely beat Choice Scarf Magnezone 1v1 with Leech Seed plus Protect plus an attack in between. But Scizor is the big one. So this thing helps out with Scizor as well as weaken Ferrothorn and weaken Celesteela. It's also a resistance to Psychic and Fairy for the team. Clefable is the next member of the squad, and we are using Calm Mind Electrium Z Thunder Clefable. So this is pretty cool because it allows us to hopefully deal with Celesteela, Skarmory. Skarmory is another big one that Scarf Magnezone actually deals with, as well as Toxapex all in one. We have Moonblast because this is still our Lopunny answer, this is still our Greninja answer, this is still our Mega Medicham answer, right? So we want our Fizz Def Pokemon for that to be able to take them on, especially when we are lacking Leftovers Recovery, which otherwise Clefable would have if it wasn't holding a Z move. But Greninja is the next member of the squad, and with Spikes and Stealth Rock up, fully max Spadef Clefable, Toxapex takes around 70 to 80 something percent from +1 Electrium Z Thunder. So that's pretty cool because a lot of them aren't even running full max Spadef these days. Some of them are running a bit of Fizz Def. So we have Spikes, Water Shuriken, Dark Pulse, and Hydro Pump. It is Choice Specs Ash Greninja. You already know what it does. It lures you. It makes you switch. It doesn't lure you. It makes you switch out. You play. You go for Spike. You go for an end game of maybe Water Shuriken, Dark Pulse, Hydro Pump. I don't know. You just need to KO with this Pokemon for it to be a massive nuke. Mega Tyranitar is the next one on the squad. It is the Stealth Rocker on the team. It is our Pursuit Trapper for Megaladios. It's just solid as well as Blacephalon because Blacephalon is a big problem to this team. We have enough speed for max speed Mawile, that way we can deal with them with Fire Punch. This is also really nice for Ferrothorn, which helps out Greninja. We have Stone Edge. Stone Edge is really cool because it allows us to hit both Heat Ran as well as it's just a good neutral move basically. Otherwise I'd probably have Earthquake or Crunch here, but I really do like Stone Edge also because it doesn't allow Greninja to come in for free on you. It actually blows it back because we're adamant max attack. The rest are just put into HP. This can also be a pseudo check to Volcarona depending on the set if it's not Buggy MZ. Tangrowth is the last one on the team. This is our Ash Greninja switching, but it's also something that can help deal with Tapu Bulu because we do have Sludge Bomb. It can help deal with Heat Ran because we do have Earthquake. It can help deal with Volcarona because we do have Rock Slide. It can help deal with Zard Y because we do have Rock Slide. So a whole bunch of threats, but Tangrowth is just there to blanket check most of them. Basically just not giving Pokemon like Volcarona free setup because that's something we have to be careful about because at +1 that thing is a giant threat. But no, we do have Rock Slide for that. We can live one Fire Blast. We can live one Bug Buzz at full because of our Assault Vest, obviously unboosted. So yeah, that is the team for today. Let us get right into the battle. Shout out to my boy CTC for the build, by the way. Alright guys, we got a pretty annoying one, I'm not going to lie. The fact that they have opposing Clefable kind of scares me because I don't know if that's rocks, and the Gliscor could easily be SD, which is a giant threat to the team. I only have Greninja to really check that. Besides that, my own Gliscor doesn't really deal with that too well. My Combine Moonblast Thunder Clefable kind of has to go in here. Yeah, it really has to, because I have to deal with Toxapex, so maybe Greninja can have an endgame. This is a tough matchup for sure. That's all I want to. That's all I really want to say about that. It's a really tough matchup. As far as leads go, yeah, I need to go towards the endgame Clefable, messing something up, and then hopefully winning the Combine War, maybe versus his own Clef. That's gonna be a tough one, man. I think Gren is a great lead because it gives me pressure versus my opponent immediately as they lead off with Landorus. Now, they may just go for Choice Scarf U-turn. I'm gonna go Gliscor. It's just the safest way to activate my. It's the safest way to activate my my Toxic Orb. Because if they switch out, they may fear me being Scarf. You don't know if I'm Scarf or not. But I really think it's always a poor play, Landorus staying in and going for U-turn, especially when you have like 3 solid switch-ins to Greninja in the back to Scarf Ice Beam. You got like 4 switch-ins to Scarf Ice Beam right here. Clef, Pex, Selly, and Magnezone. Now, if they do stay in and go for U-turn, they're 100% Scarf, but they end up going out Toxapex here, which I don't mind. I end up getting my Toxic Orb activated. Not bad. They could be a Hydro Vortex set. Will that knock me out? I don't think it will. I really don't. I also don't think the T-Spike is really that annoying. This does like nothing, right? Yeah, that does nothing. We're gonna Earthquake. I want to find out what type of if I do half, then we know that they're not running Fizz Def. So I want to find out what type of Toxapex they are. So again, getting my Toxic Orb activated is nice because now I don't have to worry about, first off, knockoff from maybe Landorus or Clef. And this is where Gliscor comes in and becomes a giant threat. Just period. I can go Tangrowth and bluff the Giga Drain. Now if they go for Rocks, I'll probably go back on the Gliscor. If this is Rocks, it's probably easiest for me to deal with. I'm gonna be honest. Because this might be Z. This is a tough game, man. I'm assuming you may go for Rocks. Let's see. They are Swords Dance. Fantastic. Yeah, this is a tough game. Just period. It's gonna be a tough game. I don't really break through Gliscor very well. They scout for Ice Beam by going Clefable, which isn't bad for me, as it gives me my Magnezone, obviously. I want Rocks up, so I'm gonna get in my Tyranitar now. I don't think they'd stay in, especially because you don't know my set, and I want to get up my Rocks. Yes, they'll probably get T-Spike, and there's probably nothing I can do about it, but my Combine Clef is just super good in this game, right? So I want to be careful. So they definitely scouted for Ice Beam there. This thing is going to beat me. Yeah, they go back on to Gliscor, which I don't mind. I'm going to Mega Evolve and get on my Rocks. This is another thing, like Tyranitar runs Ice Punch too, so Gliscor might not be the best answer to it. I don't really, like I said, I don't really have very many answers to this Pokemon, period, on this team. SD Gliscor happens to have a really solid matchup versus me. I'm not even like any type of I'm not any type of real, what is that? Black Sludge. Okay. Black Sludge. I want to get the Toxic Orb on Clef. I still want to see what type of Toxapex you are, so I'm gonna hit you with a Stone Edge. How much should this do? Tyranitar, custom set. You know, I'm really lucky my opponent's good and switches out their Gliscor and doesn't just SD and win. Like, I'm being serious about that. If they didn't scout for Ice Beam and they just didn't care, they probably won. So if this does 50% if they're not Fizz Def. Let's see. So they're not Fizz Def, Clef. They are Spadef. They don't burn me, which is really nice. I'm gonna pursue here. I want to try and keep Toxapex low, so that way I can calm mind up with my Clefable. The alternative is actually just going, you know what, let me just Stone Edge again. Because even after regen and Rocks, you're in range of my Clef, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't want them to risk staying with Toxapex on a 49% to 51 roll, right? Like, that's absolute min. That is definitely min. So I'm gonna click Stone Edge again. See how this works. I'm assuming it's Z zone. Oh, that is a really big crit there. Because this allows me to get in Greninja on the roost. That was a big miss. So it's Defog Scarflando most likely. Pump is relatively free. Would they go Pex? They should always go Pex, right? I'm a Dark Pulse instead as they go Clefable. Very solid play. So then if that's SD, this thing is Rocks. Which isn't terrible for my my own Clef. In fact, I'm gonna go Clef and Calm Mind up. I could have went for a Spike there, but they would have just doubled out to Landorus, and they basically would have just got rid of my. Let's see if they have Encore. Oh, Thunder Wave. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Yeah, I can just Moonblast on the Z zone, unfortunately. So I get some nice damage off on zone. I don't get a special attack drop. This is definitely Z zone. Thunderwave, okay, Thunderwave kind of sucks because the Pex can always haze me, but I didn't. This is definitely Z zone, right? Can Gliscor? I'd rather get in my own zone as they potentially sub and then HP fire them. As they go for Flash Cannon, that's fine. So I trap zone, ideally. Yep, I trap zone, which is nice. So that's great for my Clefable. Don't have to worry about this thing later. I don't think we have to worry for about a Z move either in this game. More than likely Scarflando. So this is good. Like, I'm glad I went hard zone there. I didn't want to go Tangrowth because I didn't want them subbing. Whereas if they did sub, at least in this case, I can deal damage. Shoot, I already showed Moonblast. It kind of sucks. I might have already shown my cards. Gets in Gliscor there. You don't know anything about my set at all. So I'm gonna get in my zone here. You don't know anything. I didn't want to risk Greninja. Zone is definitely the most expendable. He doesn't know anything about my set, so at least I can go for Spadef drop, if anything, as they bring out Pex. I can see a T-Spike going up. But if they do, I'm going to get on my Gren and get up a Spike. I don't mind being poisoned. It's annoying because obviously the... Damn, that Lando can come out too, huh? They're going to go Lando now too. To defog on me. Surprise. Gliscor. Damn, man, I might have just messed up. I may or may not have just messed up. Yeah, I shouldn't have I got a little bit carried away. Dude, just knock me out. Why not just knock me out? Like, you're giving me Clef as a pivot. The Celesteal is going to be annoying too. Calm Mind. I'm going to go for a Thunder Drop. A Thunder Para, excuse me. Because now that they know Gliscor can beat me now, unfortunately. But at least I can Calm Mind up and do some damage and sag zone in the process of when that happens. Yeah, I messed up. Thunder Wave was not something I took into account on Clefable. This is no. This is definitely no. Unless my opponent chokes. I'm not going to give up. I might have 6 Pokemon, they might have 5, but that Gliscor just devours me. And the Para obviously means that Celesteela always has a chance to outspeed me. So we're going to go for Calm Mind here, as Gliscor is more than likely going to come out. Still think that was Z-Zone. Like sub Electrum Z or sub Corkscrew Crash, one of those. And not getting a Calm Mind is pretty nasty there. If I defog away the rocks, it doesn't do anything for me. Yeah, because he always SDs and he's able to get in his... I don't know if... I know like he's trying to go for the least amount of odds, I think. Okay, I did some decent damage. I can recover up later. You should roost. Well, never mind. He just cursed me there, so I probably just lose this game. Just flat out the bat. I can't win this. Like, this thing was gonna be the biggest problem. Me getting paralyzed kind of ended it because I let myself get Thunder Wave. I didn't even think about Thunder Wave on Clef. I'll be honest. It's been that long. Yeah, I can't win this thing. Good game. So I unfortunately dropped game 1. I don't know how I could have done. Like, the only thing was maybe like if the Gren Poison. I tried to get in on T-Spike because I had to hope it was T-Spike versus Toxic, but the rocks up, I couldn't ever switch in Gren, so that poison was my bad. That was me messing up there. And the Thunder Wave was something I wasn't sure what Clef was running. I thought maybe Wish or something, even Knock or Flamethrower on Stealth Rock Clef, because that's what they've been running in tournaments as of late. So definitely not the best start for us, and I think that was just tough in general. So ideally we don't get an SD Gliscor at all, because this is one of those teams that just gets devoured by it. I could put Ice Punch on Tyranitar, but I'm not a big fan of that. So, alright, this is interesting because you are a huge problem, right? Medicham is a huge problem. But like if I get a little bit of Sand Chip on it, my Clefable knocks it out always. With Moonblast, right? So I'm tempted to lead Tyranitar and go hard Clef. Now the only problem with this play is that my opponent I don't have leftovers. My opponent doesn't know that, but I don't have leftovers. So the Zen Headbutt roll is a lot harder for me. So as far as end games go, Gliscor kind of annoys the hell out of his team, but it's definitely not AV Magearna set up, which I'm kind of weak to. So Tangrowth is going to have to definitely step it up this game with Tapu Koko, Magearna, Gren. I'm going to go Clef because Medicham is a huge problem. Period. So I think I'm always going to click Softball here. I'm always going to click Softball. Zen Headbutt does too much. He may just go for the flinch. I don't mind him giving me potentially this, but otherwise he's going to go, yeah, like Lando or something. So probably just to get up rocks. We're getting Gliscor here. I can Toxic something, which would be pretty key. Actually, defogging is better. Yeah, especially as you go hard, Gren. So we don't have to deal with rocks this game. Gren is annoying, especially if we don't know what type of set it is. I think it'd be Spikes because he has Magearna as a win con, right? I really think it'd be Spikes. But I'll make the safe Tangrowth play. If it is Z-Gunk Shot, then it's Ice Beam, Protean, Life Orb, with probably Low Kick. I am very much messed up by this set. Alright, so Tangrowth, let's find a couple doubles and I'll get Tangrowth in. But I'm very much, because this is definitely Ice Beam Low Kick, right? Magnezone I like because it can actually help me check Medicham as far as speed control goes, but man, this is tough. Tyranitar gets up rocks, which is going to be key for knocking out Medicham. Gliscor is literally Toxic, Roost stalls that, Toxic's this. Maybe Tyranitar is the weakest member because I like Magnezone's ability just to pivot. Well, let's see, because they're going to go for a low kick here, if anything. Oh, they go for a spike. Okay, that's fine. I don't really have a switch in to this Pokemon, so if they want to give me this damage on it for Dark Pulse for later, I'll take it. I will 100% take it. So we're getting Gren now. I'm a little bit more pressed to predict, to like hope they switch, but the thing is, if I go for Spike and they don't switch, I can lose. But they should go Tangrowth because they can lose if I get Battle Bond. So I'm going to get up that Spike, which is going to be very key for knocking out Medicham. Yeah, very key for knocking out Medicham. And I can get in Clef here. On Knock, I don't really care about that, obviously. I just throw off Moonblast safely. Gets in Lando. I think you're Z Magearna. So I'm going to Moonblast again. Just to weaken you a little bit. Can't switch it on my Stone Edge later, if anything. Actually, this is still tough, man. That mag is a problem. I just want to see how you respond to that. Now, depending on the Magearna set, this Clefable might be able to win. I don't think that's a Z move on Lando. Oh, God. Bro, you Gigavolt Havoc? Like, what are you doing here? Even if he HP Ices, this is still my play. Especially because now I can hit Toxic. Am I at full my Clef? I am. Defog is still my play, regardless of him clicking rocks. Gren comes out, and this is where it's like, oh, what's happening? Ice Beam, Spikes. There is no way that Tyranitar is actually doing something in this game. That sucks. They should be low kick as their last move. Oh, it's actually Hydro Pump. Either way, I think this is still my play. And I get in my Gren here. They would still always go Tangrowth, right? Like, if they give me Battle Bond, they can lose. They can literally lose if they give me Battle Bond. I'm gonna go for another Spike. They'll always go Tangrowth. Because what I want to do is be able to get in my Clef to the point where they can't actually switch in Gren and annoy the hell out of me. So, man, this... First I fight a freaking SD Gliscor, and now I'm fighting Protean Gren with balance. Help me, somebody. I still think Gliscor is always the play. I literally always. Alright, so there's the Greninja sack, which means I can actually defog or be pressed to defog later. I get the Medicham in. Clef. On the Ice Punch. I gotta go for the Moonblast roll, because if I get flinched, I lose anyway. So, we get rid of Medicham. But I'm still, like, pretty... Okay, wait, never mind. They didn't go Mag, which is odd to me. So I can bring this thing back in. They go for U-turn or HP Ice here. I'm going to bring in my Growth just to get Regenerator. And I'm bringing Gliscor on what I'm thinking will be a U-turn. I don't think you double HP Ice on a Tangrowth. But they may have Z Brave Bird too. Let's see if they double HP Ice. I feel like they're U-turn though. I'm okay with this. I don't have a choice. Like, even if they're Shucka, I don't really have a choice right now. As a U-turn there. Alright, so ideally they bring in Tangrowth, which gives me a Toxic off on that. So to be honest, I don't really need the Spike, so I'm gonna defog away the rocks. That way my Greninja and Tangrowth have a better chance. If I Roost, they're just gonna Giga Drain, but if they HP Ice again, I'm in a better situation. Oh, I definitely still Roost. Nice. Okay. So we can Toxic now. That'll allow my Clefable to help me out versus that. Giga Drain did 60%. Which I can recover just a bit from. You're gonna knock here, right? Ooh, eating it up. Not even bad. Alright, so I get my Clef in a rate. I might still be able to win if that is not Shift Gear Magearna. I mean, I always go Tangrowth here, period. Always. We throw off a Sludge Bomb because it hits Tangrowth. Maybe that's not Shift Gear Magearna. Or it is. That doesn't kill me. Okay, big damage, big damage. I will probably lose the game if you Shift Gear here, huh? Do I risk? If he Shift Gears... Okay, so let's say my opponent... Is that max special attack? Hold up. Because that's a big thing too, because if that's not... Tangela, get out of here. If that's not max special attack, then... That is max special attack, so you're 100% Shift Gear. So let's say they opt to Shift Gear here, right? And I go for Earthquake. I can then sack Gliscor, bring in Tangrowth, and potentially break through them. If they Shift Gear here and I don't attack them, I lose the game. I have to Earthquake. That's fine. I didn't really have a choice there, I think. Whereas that Pokemon is incredible in this game. Hydro Pump will knock you out. I'm gonna go for Spike. There's no way you give me free Battle Bond. There is absolutely no way you give me free Battle Bond here. They're getting Coco. I'm gonna have to outplay this to hell and back. I'm legitimately gonna have to outplay this. Or at least get rid of the terrain. I'm making the play again. 61. I think... Do you HP Ice here? I feel like you do. But I also feel like I may have an out, even if this doesn't work out for me, just because of Water Shuriken. I hate dancing around Pokemon. I had to make that play versus Magearna because if it's set up, I lost. Just period. Like, I actually just lost right there. I obviously don't know his entire set, but Enterprise is 67 to 79. Let me make the play. Okay, so we can live this. I made the play I needed to. Please reward me with this roll. That is in my favor. Reward me with this. As long as I have Gliscor at this range of HP, I'm good. Magearna dies to Earthquake. Come on. Please reward me. Please reward me. Ah! Yeah, I had to hope he choked. I had to hope he... yeah, good game. I can't believe after all that, a crit just did it. And this is why I knew Pokemon is a mental game. Where are we on the ladder, man? What a game. Ah, man. 1899. My goodness. See, like, I don't mind if I would have lost to the roll. But a crit just taking away every chance for me? Come on, man. Come on. And also, he literally threw at the end. If I got my Water Shuriken, it at least opens up a door for me to Dark Pulse flinch him. He could have always went, I think, Tangrowth. Tangrowth didn't open up any door for anything. Because Clefable died to Giga Drain at the HP it was at. I'm so mad. I danced around that Tapu Koko like I was his prom date. And I still got beat down by, oh my gosh. I told you guys, today, Pokemon's a mental game. Some days it's just not the day to play. That's just it. The first one, I think I would have auto lost to that Pokemon whenever it's set up. To the Gliscor. Eventually, even if Clefable wasn't paralyzed, like I needed to be Bolt Beam Clef in this case to beat that. Otherwise, the team literally loses. This gives it set up. This gives it set up. This is the only thing that doesn't. This and this, and he has like 4 switching to this. The man. I'll pause it, guys, until we find a battle because we can't seem to find one. Bear back. Almost instantly, I got Trick Room. I mean, Gren is always great. Have fun, dude. Gren is always great versus Trick Room. I'm really weak to Stack Attack, though. Stack Attack kind of devours me. I like Gliscor because it Toxic something and beats most of the Trick Roomers, if not all of them. This. So Gliscor's going to be key in winning this, I feel. Which is why, like I said, I really like it initially versus Uxie. Because Toxic is just free. Yeah, and then if he sets up Trick Room, I can just defog spam. So, I like Hydro Pump. As you can see, Hydro Pump is unresisted by my opponent's team. I want a Toxic so badly. But it's not worth it. Especially like he can always Stealth Rock into Memento, which I don't want. Yes, I'll only give him 1 turn left, but it's still a problem. Yeah, like I knew that was coming out. Alright, you can stay in on me. They don't typically run Focus Blast. They're usually Flare Cannon. Twinkle Tackle stuff? Yeah. That did a lot, but I need some damage on you, so I don't mind either way. We did waste a Z, and we also still have Magnezone as a sack. I didn't think Magnezone would be that important, but we did waste a Z, which is really nice. We'll get like 40% off on this Magearna if he opts to stay in. As he goes Heracross, which is smart. I'm going to go Zone as a sack if he opts to SD over attacking me. That means I get Flash Cannon damage, which I very much... Flash Cannon over Thunderbolt, yeah. Yeah, Flash Cannon damage, which I value more than Thunderbolt. Because then I can just click Hydro Pump with my Specs Gren and blow this thing back. The cool thing is he doesn't have a Crest, so he can't Healing Wish or Lunar Dance something. Yep, there's the damage I need. Hey Gren, you kind of just devour something. Do you want to do it for me? Just need you to hit one. Actually, I need you to hit all of them. I'll be real with you. I need you to hit them all. So, land. Right now. Uxie has literally lost. Uxie is in range of being 2-hit KO'd because of the poison turns. Just land a Hydro Pump. Land 2. So I get my Battle Bond. Please. I need my Battle Bond to win this game. I feel like Rocks also help me out, but I also feel like my Tyranitar can live a hit. It's just, I need Battle Bond because Stack Attack is going to blow me back, and not to mention, I have Sand myself, so I give Stack Attack more Spadef than what it already has. Like, I need to be in a situation where, this is why I think SD there was a poor play. I think he should have just went for either Pin Missile or Rock Blast, because he let Heracross get in range of my Hydro Pump. He could go Mimikyu, I suppose. I guess Mimikyu, nope. Gives me Heracross, not bad. Okay, so I get my Battle Bond, which is awesome. Get my Battle Bond there. We're just gonna get in Gliscor and always defog. Let me Earthquake here instead. Like, thinking about it, if they wanna, they could hard Memento anyway, so they don't lose much by that. Wait, do I need to do this play? Oh, defog is fine. I just realized I don't need to make this play. I don't. They also use their Z, so their Stack Attack isn't Z, which means it might be Air Balloon. Which is actually scary too, now that I think about it. Yeah. Let me go ahead and not mess around with this Uxie. I'm gonna go Earthquake now. I just said that, by the way, and now I'm messing around with the Uxie. But I said that because if he followed his pattern of last time, and now I got the damage I need on Magearna, beautiful. If he followed the pattern of last time, which is what he literally just did, I weaken Mag. Which is, now it's in Hydro Pump range too. Flare Cannon, doesn't really matter. We're double out into Tyranitar here, as Tyranitar basically deals with every play he can switch into this. I need you to connect. Ooh, I get very lucky there and stop the Trick Room. Very, very lucky. I think Trick Room definitely would have went off there. So I get really lucky. I also think Magearna's in range of Adamant Max Attack Fire Punch, so that's really nice. I'm going to go for Fire Punch versus Mimikyu because I could potentially burn it. And I do. It was my play. And I'm actually going to get up Rocks because I want to waste my own Sand turns because I'm not about to lose to Stack Attacka. I don't want to lose to Stack Attacka. I really don't want to lose to Stack Attacka. I was about to Z Thunder there, but that shouldn't matter. He blows me back anyway. So I gotta make the play. Okay, so as you can see, Earthquake KOs everything, so Gliscor is definitely not the play. But I have to make the play that doesn't allow him to get up Trick Room. So, alright, luckily he made the play that didn't allow him to get up Trick Room, which was going for Gyro Ball there. He could be Shookaberry. Whoa! My bad. He could be Shookaberry. But if he gets up Trick Room, or he just lives it, I have Water Shuriken to win the game anyway, I'm pretty sure. So, like, the only Mon that will live this hit will probably be Magearna. but Marowak and Mimikyu will die. So it was still worth that. It was definitely worth it. Pretty sure Mag eats this hit. I just click Earthquake here. As long as Tangro's alive, I won't lose to Magearna. And if I get any damage off on Magearna, I win. Yeah, so now I win the game with what's it called? Water Shuriken. And all I gotta do is click Earthquake here because I don't allow Marowak to potentially substitute up on me or something. Then I Water Shuriken and win from there. Because I don't want him to like be like, yeah. I can't let him sub. I couldn't let him be like sub low kick. So I ended up winning that one. Nice. Doesn't really change much though. Pause until we find another battle, guys. Be right back. Alright guys, we got a game now. I don't know what this is. It looks like sticky web-ish, kind of. I value getting rid of that. I value getting rid of this Araquanid a lot with my Tyranitar. I could just be choice band Araquanid to be honest, but my Tyranitar knocks this thing out. The Tyranitar goes in this game, but like I do value getting rid of Araquanid, especially when it's his only Hydro Pump switching from Greninja. Otherwise, Hydro Pump kind of picks up a KO / a 2-hit KO. So I think we'll go towards that end game. I think that zone is going to be useful in dealing with Kartana. And I also think that Garchomp is going to devour me. This could be all-out pummeling. But between... Like, this is such a weird team. It's like you just put a bunch of good Pokemon together and then dumped on Araquanid, which is a good Pokemon in itself, but... Zone, trapping, car, maybe towards the Gren endgame is what I'm going for. I like Tyranitar because it basically deals with Araquanid as a lead. Araquanid is like 2 points faster than me though, but that damage is really good for Hydro Pump in the late game too. Now, I'm very weak to Garchomp in a sense that I still, but I also value rocks like I said because my Greninja is what I'm going towards in the end game. So we'll get in my Gliscor here. As he goes for his own rocks. Okay. I throw off a Toxic. If he SDs. Ah, man, that's awesome. I'm probably just going to end up sacking my Tyranitar here. Combine Clef can still beat Zapdos and beat this and can at least nuke this. Gliscor is way too important for dealing with Mawile. Yeah, landing that Toxic meant that Hydro Pump guarantee KO you. I don't know if you're Devastating Drake. Content to crush. Alright, so we get in Big Boy Gren. Now I don't have a way of OHKOing that Araquanid, but I can at least click Hydro Pump here. Ideally connecting. Alright, I think this is a good time to end the episode. I cannot beat this Pokemon now. We're gonna get one more. And they decided they're going to give me some type of sun with a Victini, which is actually really threatening. That's cool. I love my opponent's team. It's actually super cool. Kind of wish we were fighting in different circumstances, but... Gren, always good in late game. I don't know how I beat Infernape. Infernape kind of messes me up. But Gren is great in the late game. Leads Ape. Gonna Earthquake. Even V's HP Ice. I should be able to tank one because I do have Spadef. As he goes Lando. This allows me to Toxic, potentially. I think this might be Scarf looking at his build. Or not. Just some HP Ice variant, that's fine. I beat that 1v1, and weakening that means that maybe Zone will be useful too. How do I beat... What? I'm trying to decide, or decipher, what is your build? You don't OHKO me with anything, but Leaf Storm's gonna hurt. We're gonna go Tangrowth here. If you're SD, Knock is gonna hurt too. But this is like his only resist to my. Actually, he could be HP. I saw Z Hurricane. I'm gonna Toxic. Yeah, this is the only thing stopping my Greninja. As he goes for growth. Yeah, this is, like I said, this is the only thing stopping my Greninja. And I think that Zone is really expendable in this game. At least Clef has Z Thunder. Goes Torkoal. Okay. Gives me a Volt Switch on you. Gets in my Tyranitar as he gets his rocks with that Pokemon too. Yo, what's your switch into this, buddy? Look at his Stone Edge switch-ins. They don't exist. I mean, I already knew that from the get-go, but the fact that I got that damage off on that is so nice. I'm going to miss this. Ooh, we landed in. Yeah, I think I can go towards a Water Shuriken endgame for sure. I actually value my rocks more than I care about his. Okay, Sun doesn't matter because I can get it up myself. Just going to Stone Edge here as he brings out Drill. Probably just to go for Rapid Spin. So we're going to Fire Punch in the Sun, which should be able to knock you out. Yep, that's Scarf Drill gone. Big ol' Ape is going to come out and probably mess me up. Flare Blitz? Close Combat. I mean, even though Zone is the most expendable one, if this isn't Scarf, I kind of like it. Zone's Flash Cannon, so... There, that did nothing! That boy is like Scarf for sure. Yeah, that actually did nothing. But we are going to Scout. Scout by going Gliscor because I think Gliscor doesn't allow much to come in. Like, even though Zone was really expendable, the fact that I got that damage off on Torkoal and I got that damage off on Lando opens up a door for me. As he goes for another Flare Blitz, which does 0. Yeah, I didn't realize how well... Is this minus attack Infernip? Like, why is this doing nothing? Let me go ahead and defog away your rocks. If you stay and you take another turn of poison. Yeah, so like, Zone was really expendable at first. But now it's actually not so much expendable because of the fact that my opponent gave me that damage on half his team. You solar beaming me? What's happening here? I don't want to get low kick. I'll just go Tangrowth, even if he weather balls, whatever. I just don't want to lose to Victini, but this is still the sack, right? Oh, okay, cool. I shouldn't lose to Victini now. He gave me damage off on it. Is it AV? You can go and V-create me because then I click Dark Pulse and pick up a KO. So I pick up a KO here. I could technically Hydro Pump, but I mean, it'll do less than... Even the Shift Trio did less. So Dark Pulse should pick up a KO, unless that was AV, which that did 21, so I'm kind of tempted, or thinking it was. Because of the sand in the back, Water Shuriken also sweeps. So there's that. This thing is so weak. No. We already talked about Zone. we literally just talked about Zone being weak or expendable. Yeah. As he goes for Flare Blitz, this allows me to get in this and get up rocks. The reason rocks are important is because Water Shuriken wins in the end. And it also doesn't allow Infernip in again. So like I said, the rocks mean that Water Shuriken wins me the game. This guy is Scarf, right? Watch me get close comment here. Alright, gets in Torkoal, but I don't really care too much about that. I already got up my rocks. I can literally Stone Edge here and blow away this Torkoal. Maybe Shift Tree might come out. Yep. We're going to get in Gliscor. Again, I'm fairly confident Water Shuriken... I could be wrong, but I'm fairly confident Water Shuriken wins. As he goes for Focus Blast there. But I don't want to lose to Scarf Victini. It's not Scarf Victini. It's not Scarf Victini. But now I kind of don't want to lose to it. I don't think you knocked me out. I should have Earthquake there, thinking about it. Because he might double Focus Blast. Goes for Growth. Growth doesn't really matter. As long as I have Tyranitar around, I'm good. Basically, as long as I get it in. Yeah, I don't mind him Leaf Storming here. I literally get in Gren and I click Dark Pulse. I don't think that's Z Celebrate Victini. I could be wrong. I definitely don't think it's Z Celebrate Victini with V-Create. That's for sure. I should be able to go out into Tyranitar. Get up that sand. As he Bolt Strikes there. I think it might be even Assault Vest. I don't know. We're just going to click Pursuit here. I don't know what it was, man. I really don't. It could have been Banded too. It did 22. I really don't know. This was an odd game, man. That was such an odd game. Like, Infernape was doing no damage. I don't remember Infernape being that weak. In the sun, it did less than half the Gliscor? What? Bro, he has to have no attack investment. There's just no way. Man, I wasn't even 1900. Yeah, I can't. This is it. Last game, I got lucked. Terrible matchup in that first game. Second game, I got crit on the potential game-changing turn. Today is not my day to ladder. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I really tried. I did talk about it, though. But I don't think how my head was hurting affects it too much. Not in that. I think some things we just couldn't avoid. Next episode, we're pushing back for 1960, 1970. I'm gonna ladder. I'm just gonna ladder. I'm gonna ladder tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna eat something. I'm gonna ladder tonight. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Sorry that I got put down so many times. Sorry that Infernape did no damage. Like, what was going on there? What was going on? Why was Infernape so bad? Bro, I love DVP. You're not gonna tell me Infernape that bad. Yeah, okay, that's just scarf damage. I mean, that does nothing. That's crazy. That's insane. Then again, I'm always in Blaze by the time I flare burst into Gliscor. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Pray for me. What else can I say about this? We see an F in the chat. Goodbye, my friends.